Add myself to the stage. I'll get rid of this welcome sign. For some reason I can't see it. What's going on here? Don't want that one. Oh, Lordy. That's not what I want. What is going on here? There we go. Got rid of it. Welcome, everybody. I'm just hanging out at home on this holiday weekend. I don't really have much to do this weekend at all. And I've been sitting home stewing. And the thing that's stuck in my craw is Stephen Miller going on Fox News and declaring that Democrat people are extremists or terrorists. Well, do I fucking look like a terrorist to you? I don't think I do. I love my country. And if you want to look at who's actually a terrorist, you look at the Republican Party and you look at what they're doing. Trump is an extortionist. And, sue me, I don't have anything. But it's clear he would lose on this. He's extorting money out of every place he can. And Stephen Miller is a terrorist. He's put this plan into place to come in and just, come on now. You're just going to be picking people up that work in our fields, that work in our restaurants, that work in our hotels, our hospitals, landscaping, all kinds of businesses where these people are working and they are paying taxes. And they cannot get Medicare and Medicaid. They can get some sort of extension of Medicaid in an emergency situation, but that's it. And they pay taxes that help run our country. Another thing stuck in my craw is the destruction of our country right now. I mean, for real. The Department of Education, we're going to take care of that and get rid of that. Well, how's that going to work? Do you think every child is going to be able to go to some private school where the money that should be going to public education is now being diverted to private, probably Christian type schools? Well, what if there isn't one of those schools near you and your kids? How are your kids going to get educated? When you're out, you and your husband or your wife are both working 2-3 jobs, you're not going to be able to homeschool. And don't get me started on RFK Jr. That guy's a quack. He's a nut. And he's putting everybody in this country in jeopardy health-wise. He should be impeached or removed, however you have to do it. In fact, I would say impeach all of them. They're all a bunch of quacks. They're clowns. They don't know what they're doing. And it's evident. They're all running every which way, creating chaos all over our country, putting troops in our cities, for fuck's sake. God damn it, I've had it with this fucking bullshit. I demand, as a citizen and as a patriot of this country, that our party, the Democratic Party, not the Democrat Party, the Democratic Party, and some Republicans who see the white writing on the wall, Joni Ernst, just to mention one, stand up for our country now. I demand it. Enough of this fucking madness. I've had it. It gave me a headache just screaming about it. But, you know, this is a recipe for disaster, what they're doing. They think they're going to go in there and what? Turn this into Nazi Germany in a way? I mean, the reason we're a great country, and we've had our faults, yes. The reason we're great is that we learn from our faults. We don't repeat them. And if you're out there still a Trump supporter after everything he's done to this country, then you need to go have your brain checked, because there's something wrong with you too. There's no excuse for what's happening in our country. Countries, our allies around the world, are not going to trust us. Don't trust us anymore because of the crap that Trump is pulling. And if you don't think we need our allies, get your head checked, because there's something wrong with you. We need our allies. And I don't know if we can get them back after what Trump has done and the damage he's done. You know, he goes off to that meeting, that summit with Putin, and comes back and starts yapping about Putin telling him how to not have mail-in ballots. Why would we listen to that fuck? Why would anybody want to know what Putin does or knows about elections? He doesn't have free and fair elections. And he kills his opponents. I want us to be better. I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a radical. I'm an American citizen living in hell right now. This is hell because of what they're doing. And I'm just one of millions probably who are checking their bank accounts every month to make sure their money's in there, or waiting for that letter to come that says, hey, you're not going to be able to feed your kids anymore. No more SNAP for you. Or, hey, low rent housing, forget about it. Pay more, get out. How do you think that is affecting society? I know how it's affecting me. It's giving me bad dreams. You know? So I was hoping somebody would come join me tonight and I can stay on a little longer and rant, but I just had to get all that crap off my chest. And I hope that everybody is having a fun weekend and not sitting home thinking about these things. We all deserve to have a little fun. And maybe tomorrow I'll find something fun to do. But it's been a long day. And I'm just wanting people to understand that America's in danger. Our democracy is in danger. It can't be more clear. Trump gets up there and says, I am not a dictator. I am not a dictator. Just like, yeah, he wants to be a dictator. He thinks he is. He thinks he can bully, bully, and bully. And all these little people around him are bullies too. But they're not very good at it. They're not very smart. Hey, Benny Local, we in danger, girl. That's right. We in danger. What are you up to tonight, Benny? I'm just on a rant. What's sticking in your craw? I hope you're not driving. Well, there's Jackie. Hiya, Jackie. What the heck? Thanks for coming, you guys. Jackie, what's up? What's in your craw? You got anything you want to bitch about tonight? We can have a bitch session. Lazy day, ranting in comment sections. Just had my first dab of the day. Oh, well, that's always a good way to start the ending of your day, or the beginning, whichever either way you look at it. Yeah, I have been thinking about that Stephen Miller going on Fox News and accusing the Democrat Party of being extremists. No, we're not extreme. We're normal, patriot American citizens who just want to live our lives, and we don't want to have to deal with his goddamn bullshit. Oh my God, you're going to be sent to protect the border? No. What do you do, Jackie? You could be sent. You could come protect the border of my home. Civil service. That's insane. I'm dumbfounded. I guess I shouldn't be. Nothing is dumbfounding anymore. I mean, nothing shocking. It's all the same old shit, day after day after day. Can you resign, Jackie? Not that you want to lose your job, but I'm sure you don't want to go protect the border. Mm, mm, mm. I'll hire you too. You could be civil with me. I guess in a way we're all gonna end up protecting something, but I wouldn't want to be on that in that line of business for sure. It was funny how for the last several days everybody's been wondering where Trump is, and oh yeah, he shows up at a golf course. We knew he would. Yeah, retiring, you just can't up and do it overnight unless you've got some things in place. I got a kick out of all these people out there wondering if Trump was dead, and I was sitting there going, no, he's hiding. He'll be golfing this weekend. Sure enough, he was. All of the money that taxpayers are paying for him to go golfing. Ugh. I heard a strange thing today about this group called, I think it's 1930 or 1630, that are paying, just like, remember when it came out that Russia was paying YouTubers that were spouting their propaganda large quantities of money? Well, there's this other group that's going to start trying to do the same thing, and they're making people that want to do it sign contracts, but the contracts are kind of sketchy because they want to control what you say in a way, I guess. I need to do some more research into it, so I'm not putting misinformation out there, but from what I could gather, that was kind of the gist of it. And of course they want Benny, is he still on the plane? On the plane. Did you see that video where the VP was like the little guy and Trump was the tall guy in that show, and the little guy's like, the plane. What was that show? Somebody help me. Hey, some guy, welcome to my stream. We're just in here ranting a bit about politics. You playing guitar tonight? Fantasy Island. Yes, thank you, Jackie. What would I do without all your brains? The plane. Look, boss. It's the plane. Oh, my goodness. So, some guy, you got anything you want to rant about? It could be about anything. Break a string playing guitar tonight, or hit a bad note when you were singing, or I don't know. Did you know some guy, Benny? He has been playing on G-May's stream. He's pretty cool. I don't know if you met him. I actually went on G-May's stream a couple weeks ago and played a couple tunes. Huh. Too bad. Highly doubtful. Yeah, I don't get it either. I mean, they are just some guy they are not in touch with reality. I was really pleased this week with my home state, Iowa, where a rep in the northern part of the country took a seat in the state Senate, I believe, which screws up their majority. And it was a district where Trump won by 11.1%. And she took it by 10 points, or 11.1 points. And she took it by 10 points. And then right on the heels of that, we're all going to die. Joni Ernst just said, I'm not running anymore. She saw the writing on the wall. I think that the Republicans are all going to start seeing the writing. They're getting their asses chewed every time they try to hold any public town hall or whatever. And at this point, why don't they cut their losses and say, enough, 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 enough. Impeach the son of a bitch, then impeach his goddamn crazy cabinet. I mean, all of them. They're not fit. And then vote in some people who will at least walk in sanity with the rest of us. For fuck's sake. I'm so tired of it. I am so fucking tired of it. My poor mother, she's totally against Trump, but she can't even watch any of it anymore. And I'm almost glad she doesn't. Yes, they'll melt. I'm melting. Oh my, I'm melting. God, I wish they could melt. I'm really glad my mom is just, she's 87, and I'm glad she's not paying attention to it anymore because I think it would kill her, especially the education part, because she's a retired teacher and she taught special education. So, oh no, some guy. Does he still love Trump? Ugh. Is he passed away? I'm sorry. He said on his deathbed, love Trump. I'm sorry for your loss, some guy, and it must have been hard, especially. Yeah, I agree. I don't think there should be a single Republican allowed to hold office unless they TV's here in the house, unless they can prove they're not crazy. We're going to have to give them sanity tests. Well, I'm glad you got to be with him at his end time, some guy. I mean, take comfort in that. My mom lives with my brother, and they live in a house with a lot of stairs that unfortunately I can't climb anymore because my knee is so bad. And so every time I get to see her, it's like a blessing. I'm hoping that we'll sit out maybe tomorrow evening and at least visit. But at this point, we have nothing set up to do that. TV, what are you up to? He's like, I should be streaming. Yeah. Anybody doing any protesting this week other than like online? This is my protest. I'm calling for the impeachment of Donald Trump. I heard they arrested 2 people for writing with chalk on a lamp pole or something in Washington. Chalk that washes away. And they got arrested for vandalism or some such crap. That's not going to hold. Take care, some guy. I hope you have a good night. Might see you later if you go over to the Gmail stream. Benny, when was the last time you played at Gmail stream? Been a while? You were the one that turned me on to them. You did a raid. Some guy, thanks for joining us. Join us. Thanks for joining us. It's really nice all you guys could come keep me company. I've been sitting here just all day stewing matter and matter. I might make a Bloody Mary in a little bit. Play some guitar. Maybe go over to Gmaze later. See what's going on there. I haven't practiced anything to play though. What Benny, you got to make time for a little fun or else you'll go insane. Oh, how are they going? Are they good protests, TV? I didn't realize you were streaming. I try not to cut into anybody else's time. I pulled up a short of. Oh, not your stream. I see. I pulled up a short of Miller going on that rant about Democrat Party, and I thought about playing it on here, but you know what? We've all seen it, and I don't want to see his face. Not good protest. Anti-immigration far-right fascists. Huh. I'm confused. Oh, it's anti-immigration for far-right fascists. Well, they're fun people, I bet. I bet they're a lot of fun. I was watching something earlier today about fascism around the world and how it's, really spreading. I see. I got it. TV, it just took me a minute. It's been a day. Bunch of white guys. No kidding. They make me ashamed to be white. Honestly. I don't know how people get so radicalized and have all this hatred in their life. It's unreal to me that that's their existence. If they can't be hateful, then what? White guys, not white. Huh. He's a white guy. He's extremely white, and he walks with his buttocks extremely tight. That's an oldie. Yep. So the world was mean to them. I'm not buying that. I think they've had every advantage that could be offered to any certain segment of a population has been given to a white guy. And then, you know, they 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 don't have whatever it takes to make it, and they turn to drugs or whatever and beating their wives and can't find a job or keep a job, so they're going to blame immigrants. Give me a freaking break. Yep. But this is what we are, where we are. We're not going to stop. You should start just screaming from the rooftops. Impeach them. Impeach Trump, impeach his cabinet. They're all fucking crazy. Not just emotionally. Other parts are stunted as well. Really? Whoa, that's bad. Maybe we can get Dave Oz to tell us more. Get him to come on the show and tell us about the racist, the Nazi. Do you guys think that if Trump were to die, or if they made him leave office and J.D. Vance took over, things would get better, or would they get worse? I think they'd get worse, only because Vance is all hooked into that Esrael group, and you know they want to plant chips in our brains and turn us into superhumans or something. Have you met him? Ozzy's on the YouTube streets? Oh, okay. Yeah. I avoid, like TV goes to, I don't know what you call it, the White House channel or something, and you guys fight with those guys. I don't have the patience for that. It just makes me want to spit curse words. You think it would be chaos and we'd have a better chance than we do now? Well, I don't think that Trump's base would necessarily be thrilled about Vance. But I think Vance is totally tied into him. What's that guy's name that fronted all that money to him? Earth TV ended the White House chat? What is Earth TV? No idea. I went there once and I was just like, ugh. Thiel, yes. Thiel. I read this article about their plans, and I'm going to do a show on it sometime. I see. Earth TV is a channel that ran that feed. Anyway, a friend of mine and I are thinking about doing a show about them. But I don't know. Maybe it might be later, because right now there's too many things just happening daily. I'm waiting for Trump to take another walk on the roof of the White House. But yeah, that felt good to rant for a little while. Kind of it's like a pressure valve. You let that pressure build and build and build, and then you go, okay, I'm gonna rant. Fuck it. Yeah. What are you gonna do? You gotta let it out somehow, right? Yeah, minute by minute, you're right about that. Did you go to a rally today, Benny? I think there were a lot of rallies going on in the States. I know they held one here in my town, but I haven't heard how it went, and I didn't go, so. I decided that my way to push back is here in this venue. Riding that scooter out to where they're having the rallies. I don't have enough power to get home, and I always have to stop somewhere. How's your husband doing? Is he Doing okay, Benny? Anyway, I'm kind of running out of steam now that I've let it all out. Any other topics you guys want to talk about? I'm sorry to hear that, Benny. I can't even remember what happened to him. It's been a while. But I knew he was in the hospital and had surgery, right? $18 for a can of coffee. Well, I don't drink coffee. I never have, never liked it. So I guess I'm blessed in that regard. But yeah, I've been hearing things about coffee being super high. I drink tea, and my tea bags are more expensive now, but not like $18 more. And of course, you're in California, so uh, prices are probably higher there than here. But our utility bills are just outrageous. And I'm struggling because this month I've got to pay both the regular utility bill plus a water bill on top of it, which comes every 3 months, and so it's going to be a bad month for me. And trying to think of a new business to start, or just start making my pet treats again. He lost his legs just below the knees in the last year. Oh, he's getting prosthetics, so he has no legs right now. Oh my gosh, Benny. Was that due to diabetes or something? Oh my. That's got to be really rough. Do you have anybody that comes in and helps you take care of him? I'll tell you, it's really scary. My right knee's been so bad, and it got really bad a couple months ago. And so I went and had it all x-rayed and all the things, and they just said, well, you're not in good enough health to have a knee replacement. How did he do that? How do you burn the skin off both your feet? Maybe you don't want to tell me. Anyway, they just said to me, there's nothing we can do, and we're not going to give you anything for pain. But they did give me Celebrex at the generic form. Diabetes, yeah. I've got diabetes too. They basically sent me home with an anti-inflammatory, and it is helping. I am getting around better than I was. There was like a week there that I could barely walk before I went to the doctor, and I fell once even, but I was able to get up. But it's scary. If you can't be mobile, what are you going to do? Okay, that's all right, Benny. But probably having diabetes and having that injury, uh, he couldn't heal, right? Because that's what they say. I wish I could hug you right now, Benny. That's horrible. Hug your old man, too. Everybody's just suffering here. Oh, Jesus. Is the dog okay at least? Not to make light of it, but holy crap. When it rains, it pours, right, girl? I like your 21st century suffragettes, Chan. Okay, take care. Oh, thank you for joining us, TV. That's so nice of you to come and see me when I was like ranting and needing to talk to people, and I feel a little better. Sometimes it just you just gotta like it's a tea kettle and the lid's gotta blow. I think he said he's watching it somewhere else, Benny. Scroll back and maybe you can find it. Earth TV, Benny. That's where he said he was watching it. No, maybe not. Maybe that's forget that. That's where the um I don't think our TV is right, Benny. I think that's where he said the the White House channel was. I don't know. You can check it out. I should let you guys go so you can go do some funner things. And I'm pretty much ranted out. I got everything off my craw. I hope you all have a good weekend. And I really appreciate you coming. Jackie, if you're still listening, thanks for stopping in. I hope you don't have to go guard the border. God forbid. And I don't know how long we've been running. About 45 minutes. You too. Everybody take care. Do something kind for somebody if you can. It always makes you feel better. If you can do something kind. And we'll be up and running again in a day or so. I'm still working on some projects that are frustrating the hell out of me. So take care, everybody. Love you. Please like, subscribe, and share. You know, the usual fare. And have a great weekend, rest of your weekend. Love you guys. Bye.